Hello AQA students, with paper 1 just around the corner, paper 2 not far long after that. This video is perfectly timed. We're going to be breaking down paper 1. It's the same structure for paper 2 as well, making sure that you know exactly how the paper is going to be laid out, but also you know the key structures that you're going to be using, key advice to answer these questions well, but also making sure your time management is perfect. What we don't want to happen is for you to make avoidable errors in paper 1 so that in that week gap before paper 2, you're going to have to rectify those errors for it. We don't want that to happen. We want everything to be perfect in paper 1 so that you can just replicate that again in paper 2. So your job is to stay tuned to the end of this video, take everything in, make sure you listen to the advice carefully and actually use the advice, whereby when it comes to paper 1, you're very confident with what you need to do and your time management. But also know that this is one video of many in my revision for 2025 exams playlist. Make sure at this stage you've watched all the videos relevant to you, but also that you're subscribed to the channel so that new videos that come along that are going to be uploaded in that playlist, you're watching those as well. But let's get into it now. Let's see, how is paper 1 and paper 2 broken down? Paper 1 and paper 2 will be structured in exactly the same way. There'll be two sections in each paper, section A and section B. Section A is your data response section. You're going to have two contexts. You're going to have to pick one of those two contexts, but whichever context you pick, the breakdown of the questions will be exactly the same. There'll be a 2, 4, 9 and a 25 marker. You need to answer all the questions within whichever context you choose, and choosing is very important. Definitely weigh up the 25 marker. It's the most fundamental aspect of your context, right? But don't ignore the 9 marker. The 9 marker is a gift. It's a chance for you to score full marks. So make sure you can ace that 25 marker, yes, but make sure you're not sacrificing the 9 marker just because you like the look of the 25 marker. Be good with the 25 marker, but really think I can nail that 9 marker as well. It's that important for you to score high marks on the 9, that is for sure. Now let's go through each question. Make sure you can do it well. The 2 and the 4 markers, so many marks are lost in these little questions at the start of your context because I think these questions are taken for granted. You need to be practicing both really well to make sure you're not dropping silly marks on the 2 and the 4. The 2 marker will be a very basic calculation question. You need to do some very simple maths on this 2 marker, maybe calculating the percentage of something or the percentage change, maybe calculating a fraction, maybe calculating a ratio, maybe calculating the median of something. Some very, very simple maths you'll need to do here. But for me, the hard part on the 2 markers sometimes is just knowing what maths you need to do, like reading the question and then interpreting what is it that I need to do? What kind of calculation do I need to make? So my advice is once you've read the question carefully, just write down what is the formula, what is the actual maths I need to do? Is it a ratio? Is it a percentage change? Is it a percentage of something? You know, even sometimes I've been found out with just the way the question is worded and how tricky it is to interpret what the maths is that you need to do. Once you've worked out what you need to do, just go and do it. You know, show all you're working, make sure in your final answer you've got your units there and you should be fine. The way to get good at these 2 markers, do all of the 2 markers from all the past paper questions. You'll realize that AQA often use the same language time and time and time again. You get used to then what maths you need to do on the 2 marker. Now move to the 4 marker. The 4 marker will say, using the data, explain something. So it's a data-based explain question. It's 1 paragraph of writing. In that paragraph, you need to write 2 explicit and different data references. So do that, and then after each data reference, make sure you say how. How does that data reference answer the question? You're looking for 2 or 3 sentences of detail to say how each data reference answers the question. So start the paragraph with your first data reference, how, 2 or 3 sentences of detail, that data reference answers the question, and then data reference number 2, how, 2, 3 more sentences of how that data reference answers the question. So it gives you 1 paragraph full of detail. That should be more than enough for you to get your 4 marks there. Again, the way to get really good with the 4 marker is practice all of the prior 4 markers that will come up. Bullet point your answer, get really good in that sense with your past paper question practice. When it comes to the real 4 marker, to write your full paragraph in full detail with 2 data references should be a walk in the park. For the 2 and the 4 marker, mark schemes will guide you as well. You'll realize how simple it is to get the full marks on these questions. Just don't take them for granted. Practice them really well. Follow the techniques just given to you. Let's move to the 9 marker. The 9 marker will say, with the help of a diagram, explain something. It's a diagram-based explain question. In terms of timing, this is a short essay. You're looking for 12 minutes on the 9 marker. You're looking at 8 minutes in total for the 2 and the 4. That will give you 40 minutes for the 25 marker in your context part of section A. When it comes to the 9 marker, here's how you structure it. Define key terms in the question, if there are any, then go straight to a diagram. Make sure it's big, make sure it's fully labeled, make sure it's accurate, make sure it's applied. If you can apply on the axis, apply on the axis. And then you're looking for one detailed paragraph of writing underneath your diagram. And in that paragraph of writing, you need to analyze everything that's relevant on the diagram that answers the question. So whatever the process is that kind of explains how the diagram works, go into that process, but then any areas, any points of significance, anything on the diagram that's relevant in helping you answer the question, you need to make sure that you're referring to it and you're explaining it in detail. So yes, in detail explanation of the diagram, you need that, but also refer to the diagram. If it's a shift, D1 to D2. If it's any action on the axis, P1 to P2, Q1 to Q2, refer to it really, really well, but also make sure you're using the extracts to add some real world examples within that paragraph again. The 9 marker is a short essay. You're not looking to write that much. It's only 12 minutes of time. Make sure you get it right. Make sure everything that you can explain that's relevant, you do so. There is no hiding place on a 9 marker, but you should all be aiming for full marks on it. It's a very simple question, truth being told. Let's move to the 25 marker now. If your time management is good, you'll have 40 minutes now for this 25 marker. You're going to need every minute of that. First thing is, how do you read the extracts? Where does that go in your time? It goes within the 40 minutes. When you get to the 25 marker, you would have read maybe the first couple of extracts by now. There's only a bit left to read, or maybe there's one final extract left to read, which kind of dominates what the 25 marker requires. So yeah, the reading time for the extracts is within the time, but having already covered a few of the extracts, that will be okay. But for this 25 marker, you need to use the extracts really well. That's in the spirit of the question. So read the question first and then go straight to the extracts to drive the points that you're going to make in your essay. You want your analysis, your evaluation, your final judgment, all to be directly linked to the extracts. Let the extracts drive the points, you add the economic theory to that. So once you've annotated the extracts, you form a quick essay plan, letting the extracts drive your points, and then you go from there. You don't want to be writing anything that's not directly linked to the extracts or that's not relevant to the extracts. That's not in the spirit of the question. Examiners might score you down if you do that. So once you've got your plan, you've gone through the extracts, got your plan nicely, you're going into your writing. It's detailed writing that is the most important thing. 40 minutes, yes, detailed writing is what you need to do in analysis, in evaluation, and in the final judgment paragraph. Detail is what scores you marks in economics essays, in particular in your 25 marker. Follow that. Don't be writing too many points in a paragraph. One point that's developed really, really well in full detail is what you need. And also remember to emphasize how important now that final judgment is for you. It's crucial. You need to leave at least 5 minutes of your 40 to write this final paragraph. It's going to determine whether you get level 5, which is 21 or more, or you end up with a lower mark than that. So again, the final judgment needs to be detailed, but at least 5 minutes of your time to do that is what you need to do. In terms of getting really good at this 25 marker in section A, you need to practice a wide variety of 25 markers from past papers. Maybe write 1 or 2 within time conditions to make sure that your structure is good, to make sure that your detailed writing is good, to make sure your time management is good. But once you know all of that is fine, essay planning is great. Get used to annotating extracts. Get used to writing plans once you've annotated extracts, letting the extracts drive the points in your plan. And then yes, just simply planning the essay from there, because you're then using all the same techniques you're going to be writing in, but just within a plan format. You'll be able to get through the plan far more quickly. You'll be able to get through a wide variety of 25 markers more quickly that way. But that's it for the 25. It's fundamental that here you use the extracts really well and you write in detail within the 40 minutes you have. Let's move to section B now. Section B will consist of 3 essays. You need to pick one of those 3 essays. Whichever essay you pick, it will be broken down into 2 parts, a 15 marker and a 25. You've got to do both parts of whatever essay you choose. Now, the core difference in section B compared to section A is that you won't have any extracts to guide you. Your own real-world examples are absolutely expected. So hopefully you're revising with real-world examples for everything in the course. If not, there is still plenty of time to get my examples for exams pack, where I give you real-world examples for everything in the course. This is a shortcut way to make sure that you're revising with examples for everything, which is very much expected in both the 15 and the 25 markers. So ideally, you're doing it on your own. If not, just get this book through my website. It will come within a day, and you can get your examples that way. When it comes to choosing your essay though, again, like in section A, don't put all your weight just on the 25 marker. That 15 marker is equally important, just like the 9 marker was in section A. The 15 marker here is a chance for you to score full marks as well. So don't be sacrificing the 15 marker just because you see a 25 marker that you like. Make sure the 25 marker you can do a good job, but make sure the 15 marker you can do a great job as well. A chance for you to score full marks there. Now let's go through each question. Start with the 15 marker. This one is very easy. It will just say explain something. You have 20 minutes to do this. And within that 20 minutes, define key terms that are in the question. Then you're looking to write 2 or 3 detailed analysis paragraphs. Your choice, 2 or 3, whatever you can write within the 20 minutes, but you have to write in detail, full detail. Detailed analysis, but within those paragraphs, you're looking to use diagrams. If diagrams can illustrate what you're writing, draw those diagrams. At least one diagram you'll be drawing on a 15 marker, and also real world examples integrated within your paragraphs. Remember, no extracts here, no help with those. You need your own real world examples. Within 20 minutes, that should be a walk in the park for you guys. That will leave you 40 minutes to do your 25 marker. This 25 marker is exactly the same style of 25 marker as in section A. The difference now, no extracts, no real world examples. So every single paragraph you write, whether it's analysis, evaluation, final judgment, your own real world examples need to be in there to back up what you're saying. But otherwise, it's exactly the same essay. Same time management, same structure, same emphasis on detail, same emphasis on waiting for that final judgment paragraph. You should be good to go if your time management is good to answer this question really, really well. There you have it. So there you have it, guys, a breakdown of paper 1 and paper 2 for you. You want to make sure that you've taken in all this advice. You know the techniques to write in. You know the structures perfectly. You know the time management perfectly. So that when paper 1 comes along, you can smash it. We don't need to learn from errors in paper 1 to then rectify for paper 2. No, paper 1 and paper 2 are going to be brilliant. And also know that this is one video of many in my revision for 2025 exams playlist. Watch them all in there and subscribe to the channel so that new videos that will be uploaded in that playlist, you're aware when they are uploaded, you watch them straight away. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Make those revision gains. Can't wait to see you in future forthcoming videos.